Hello, everyone. Let's go ahead and get our weekly message. Go ahead and connect in with Spirit. Let's go ahead and see any messages or advice that we're getting to come forward for us this week. As always, if you're interested in booking a personal with me, the link to that is in the description box below. This is collective, so take it as it resonates with your situation. Let's go ahead and pull 3 cards for my collective. See what's coming forward for my collective this week. Any messages or advice? We have clearing debts coming forward. We have ask for your needs to be met. And we have detox your friendships. Okay, this week, your spirit guides are telling you, first and foremost, it's time for you to focus on you, okay? My collective watching this, it is time for you to focus on yourself and your needs, your desires, where you're looking to go. Now, for some of you, it's time for you to put yourself first, especially with this detox your friendships. This doesn't have to be friends. This could be relationships. This could be mindset. Again, take it as it resonates for you. This could be relationships. It's time for you to let go of something that's not meeting you anymore. Again, clearing debts, letting go of any energy that is no longer serving you. And again, this goes in a couple different ways, right? If this is a person, if you guys meet on a different level where this person can give you this or give you X and, you give them Z, whatever it might be. Again, I just feel like it's time for you to really focus. If you were to make a plan for yourself, right? If you were to make a plan a year from now, what is going to help you get to these goals a year from now? And what is kind of taking you away from that? Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, see, here we go. We have new chapter. I love when Spirit confirmed us. With new chapter coming forward, it is really time for a lot of you, for my collective, it's time for you to focus on your future and what it is that you're looking to attract, what is feeding into you, what is going to help you, what is, kind of holding you back in certain scenarios. For some of you with this heart chakra, it's time for you to kind of be open to receiving some abundance. And this could be yourself too, right? Where it's like, it is time for things to change. It's been time for things to change. And it's, when ask for your needs to be met, I feel for some of you, it's time for you to ask the angels to kind of step in. If you guys didn't see the message yesterday, angel messages, I would kind of go into that. I would go into there and kind of look at that message as well, because it's time for you to ask for some healing or some guidance to let go of any old patterns, any old cycles. And this could be thinking, self-doubts. Again, with this detox and this clearing, it's time for you this week to really think about your future and what do we need to change. And this could be yourself, okay? This could be others, a situation. This is for you to kind of take it as it resonates for you. But it is time this week for you to start focusing on, this new chapter. If you're talking about a year from now, what's going to help you meet those goals and what's taking you away from them? Yeah, we have this 9 of Cups. It's really time for you to start focus on what is kind of fulfilling for you and what is not fulfilling for you in all ways, shapes, or forms. Go ahead and pull 3 more cards for my collective message for this weekly message. 3 more cards. Okay, we have the Devil coming forward. 9 of Cups, the Devil, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Sorry about the reflection off of these cards. They're really cute, but I think with the foil, like the gold foil, it has a bad reflection, so my apologies. When it comes into this week, okay, I feel like this is starting this week, but I don't think this, obviously, because we're going into new chapter, I don't think this is ending this week. I feel like it's starting this week, where it's really time for you to start focusing on what's holding you back. Again, fulfillment, right? 9 of Cups, and then we have the Devil. This could be your mindset, a lot of different things. And for some of you, this could be multiple things. But what is holding you back from reaching your goals, from reaching this happiness? And this could be multiple things. This could be one thing. Again, take it as it resonates with you. But for some of you, it's really time for you to let go of things that are holding you back, right? Where it's I feel for some of you, this could be where it's you've been working towards something and you're kind of waiting for something to pay off, or you're kind of waiting for something, but it's still you need to clear some things away, and that's why something's not working out. Yeah. For some of you, it's time to kind of clear some things away. And this could be mindset, where it's the worry, the stress, the what ifs, the anxieties, the triggers. I really want you to ask Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael to step in. And I'm just saying that because of yesterday's message. For those who didn't watch that, I would highly recommend that. because that was a lot about what this message is as well, where it's like your fears, your worries, like letting them go. We have the Queen of Cups coming forward, and then we have the Ten of Swords, 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Yeah, my apologies. I always get them very confused, so my apologies, guys, if you ever have those comments where you're like, oh, that was this. For some reason, I get like the swords, but I know what the cards. Okay. For some of you, this is mindset. I'm going to pull 4 more tarot cards. For some of you, this is mindset, where it's like it's time, or it's like situational, where it's like you, like there's a situation. Let's go ahead and pull. Okay, we had a whole bunch of cards fly out, but that's too many. So let's go ahead. We're going to pull 4 more cards for my collective. Okay, so we have Ace of Swords. This one wanted to fly out. We have Ace of Swords. Let's pull 3 more cards for my collective. And again, I want to say, because we have all the swords, the devil, I want to say that this is going to be more mental. Okay, so all these cards wanted to fly out. We're just going to go with these. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this in a couple different ways, because I think this week it's like really getting out of your emotions in a certain sense. And for some of you, I want to talk about this in a couple different ways. For some of you, I feel that you guys are really good lovers, or like your emotions, because we have the Queen of Cups and we have the King of Cups. And when I see the Queen of Cups, I feel like this is more of an emotional place with, like more emotional, but this is more stable and emotional, right? When it comes into the Queen of Cups, I feel it's more emotional, where it's like sometimes when it comes into this Queen, again, whether you're male or female, we can set some things aside, whether it be boundaries, whether it be things, because we allow our emotions to run us, okay? And this can go into the mindset, because again, we have all these swords, where it's like, if it's time to leave some people, leave some situations in the past, you have a lot of feelings, so it's really hard to leave those in the past, which kind of tie us into that, right? For some of us, this could be where it's like emotionally, where you want to kind of expand out of a situation, but you have really like low emotions, and your emotions are running you, where it's the self-doubt, it's the triggers from the past, things like that, that's no longer serving you, right? When I look at this King of Cups, again, whether you're male or female, where it's like being in a more stable place emotionally, where it's believing in yourself or believing in your emotions. And when I say this, it's like that trust, where even if this person really cares about X, Y, or Z, I know what's best for me, and I'm able to move forward because I want to let go of what's no longer serving me. It's time for me to focus on me. Versus with this Queen, I feel it's like, yeah, but the emotions of everything else as well, right? Where this King is more focused on, I might care about this, but I need to focus on what's best for me. And that's kind of what I feel this week is kind of bringing into you, is if you want to focus on your goals, your priorities, you want yourself to be happy, it's time for you to focus on that. And I'm not saying be selfish, this, that, and the other, because I don't feel this collective is, especially with this message, but I do think it's time for you to be a little bit more selfish and put yourself first instead of everyone else. And I think that's starting within this week. Now, I do feel like there's a lot of mental, because we have this Ace of Swords, where there could be a lot of mental, and again, these cups energy, where there could be a lot of mental, emotional type of energy coming forward. This Devil type of card as well, where there's a lot of emotional type of energy involved, or a lot of heavy mental energy involved. When it comes into this, I want you to let go of your negative thinking, or your worry, your stress, your anxiety. When it comes to this situation, it's time to let it go. I really want you to call in spirit, because with this High Priestess, I feel like spirit is working in with you as far as intuitively trying to give you those answers. We have this Ace of Swords. I do feel like that's clarity kind of coming forward, where you're feeling this energy, and where it's like having that clarity that I may care for this situation, I may care for this person, but what's best for me, and kind of getting that clarity in that situation where you can, love somebody full-heartedly, but if you're ready to evolve and this person isn't, then you have to hold yourself down here. And I feel like you're having that clarity where it's like, if I want to evolve, I'm gonna have to leave some things in the past. And that's where this 8 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles come in, because I feel like we're walking away from things in the past. Again, old energies, situations, peoples, whatever this is, I feel you're walking away from things from the past to get into a more stable place, because you're knowing or learning what's better for you. You're understanding what's kind of meant for you. I'm just going to go ahead and pull 3 more cards just before we end here. Let's just pull 3 more cards because I feel this week like you're kind of coming into this. I don't know if you're necessarily now making all of these decisions within this week, right? Where it's like what I need to let go of, this, that, or the other. I think you're kind of coming into the understanding of things, what you need to let go of. I don't know if you're letting go of them this week, but I think that you're understanding that if you want to experience this new chapter, this is what needs to change. And so I think you might start making these changes within this week, but I don't know if they're in full force, right? Like I said, I think from the beginning. Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups coming forward. Let's pull 2 more cards for my collective before we end here. All right, and we got 3 more cards coming forward. Okay. All right, we have the 5 of Swords coming forward. We have the Temperance coming forward. And we have the 7 of Cups coming forward. Okay, I don't know for some of you that are leaving a situation behind, I want you to think of what's more compatible for you, okay? Because with the 2 of Cups, this could reference in a couple different things where it's like you're leaving a relationship behind and you're really worried about your options, but like Spirit's like, hey, it's time for you to listen to yourself. Now, for others of you, again, take this as it resonates, but I definitely think it's time for you to find something more compatible for you. And I think with this 5 of Swords coming forward, where it's like walking away from a situation, again, like leaving something in the past, for a lot of you, there is some things changing. Now, again, this could be physically, this could be mentally, this could be spiritually, this could be emotionally. There's something changing. There's some energy that we're kind of leaving in the past. But I feel there's an understanding that I have to leave this energy in the past to be more at peace with myself, to be more at peace in my situation, right? This Temperance. But I do think with the 7 of Cups that we struggle, my collective, like you really struggle with this mindset with the 7 of Cups. I feel like again goes with that mindset where you really run over options of with situations or scenarios. I want you to calm yourself from that, okay? Because being all up in the mix isn't going to kind of give you your answer or your clarity. I want you to speak into your angels. I want you again to focus. If you could write out a year from now, your perfect plan, your goals, where you would be, what feeds into those and what takes away from those. And I think that's going to give you your answers. I think this week you're really coming into clarity about your next steps. I think this is a lot deeper than, just a weekly, but this is what we're getting out this week is a lot of you are getting some clarity in some new places in life. And I think that it's time to let go of old scenarios. And for my collective, you already know what it is that you need to let go of. It's just the emotional attachment to whatever this is. It's the emotions that handle or stand behind whatever this is. But it's time. And I think you're getting your clarity in for this week. Like you're making those goals, you're making those changes to kind of get into there. You're starting to walk towards that direction to make those changes. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. If you would like to book a personal with me, the link to that is in the description box below. I'm sending you all lots of love and light. Take care.